Emisión.net.
Hello again and welcome to Letter from England, broadcasting for AC Press and the Spanish Evangelical Alliance. This week's headline is Thy King May Come. A delegation representing the organisers of the VII Evangelical Congress, to be held in Barcelona this December, visited the Zarzuela Palace in Madrid to offer a formal invitation to the royal family to attend the Congress. The meeting with palace officials was described as cordial, aren't they always, and went much as one might expect. The evangelical proposal was described as very reasonable, but they also said that the Congress dates are difficult for His Majesty's diary. In other words, there's about as much chance of the King turning up to hear evangelicals applaud one another as there is of the Congress including a live bullfight. However, the chairman of the organising committee, Pablo Cimarro, who was one of the delegates who went to the palace, said it was a pleasant experience, where they were received by one of the officials, Alberto Aza. Cimarro went on, we believe a representative of the royal family will be able to attend the Congress. Now, they say they've invited the royal family not so much to grab media attention, but, as they see it, for a debt to be paid by Spanish society to the Protestant community. At the last National Evangelical Congress, back in 1997, evangelical leaders worked themselves up into quite a lather, really, over the fact that the king would not and did not attend. He has attended events put on by the other three recognised religious groups in Spain, Catholics, Jews and Muslims, but never a Protestant event. Well, are evangelical leaders right to work themselves up so much over this? Is there much to be gained by the king attending the Congress? Well, from outside it really seems a lot about nothing, really. And getting in a stew over the lack of royal representation really takes away from the point of having such a Congress. And that brings us to the point of, what is the point? Well, Cimarro says that the Congress motto, proclaiming hope in Christ, has been chosen because of the need to offer hope in the 21st century. Presumably that's true of any other century as well, of course, but he goes on, as evangelical Christians, we've got the hope that is so needed in today's world. Well, that may be true, but apparently we've also, or perhaps not apparently, but obviously, we've also got politics. Because the word Spanish has been dropped from the Congress title, which is now merely the Evangelical Congress, as opposed to the Spanish Evangelical Congress. Cimarro explains, we thought this was the best form of words to reach all Spaniards, without hurting anyone's feelings. But the term appears in many documents, internal and external, without any problem. Whether or not the term appears, the Congress is Spanish, because it is for all Spaniards. Not to mention the many thousands of Christians of other nationalities who live in Spain, one assumes. Well, of course, we can't forget that the Congress is due to be held in Barcelona. And of course, Catalonia is one of the most independent-minded regions in Spain, one that's very proud of its own heritage and language and culture. And of course, there is something of a move there for greater independence. Well, Cimarro promises that the opening ceremony will be brief, just 50 minutes. That may still be too long for some, but the last Congress was indeed blighted by endless parading and backslapping, which took up an inordinate amount of platform time. One of the main speakers at the last Congress got up and made a pretty pointed complaint about how long it had taken them to get round to the main teaching session of that meeting. Well, this time 4 plenary sessions form the backbone of the Congress. Antonio Cruz, a biologist and pastor, speaks on tomorrow's Spain. Samuel Escobar, the well-known Peruvian theologian, speaks on the Spain the world sees. Francisco Escudero, an evangelical gypsy and the first gypsy speaker at a national